Good morning, Mr. President, and thank you for joining us today.
Of course, I'm always open and willing to be transparent with the public.
Good. To get started, a few months ago, you went on a week-long diplomatic mission to China. As the first sitting U.S. president to visit the Chinese mainland, what diplomatic strategies did you use? What was your long-term goal with China and the Communist Party as a whole?
You must understand, I'm a master at détente, and we started playing ping-pong diplomacy with China last year, partially by accident. But it allowed us to open doors and begin a negotiation with the Chinese. I flew across to the Pacific to meet Manyo and show him that America means business. And our long-term goal is to open up trade and divide the communist bloc.
And while we're on the topic of foreign policy, you have significantly decreased American troop presence in Vietnam. What made you move to the side of peace after the Easter bombings and Operation Linebacker and aggressive negotiations, if I may?
Vietnam, for a very long time, has been a thorn in the American way of life. We have tried many times to talk peace, which has been met with fighting. The plans for peace fell through at the first time, and then we tried to do one last final push, which we responded with the attack on our troops, with bombings on their people.
And what do you think this will lead to within Vietnam and the Communist Party?
Total stability, of course. When we completely pull out of South Vietnam, it will stand strong against communism. It will totally, absolutely be lasting. A shining beacon of democracy in Southeast Asia. They will look at me and think, wow, Nixon, you're a master negotiator. And there's absolutely no way that South Vietnam will fall and say, give or take 3 years.
We also heard they went on a diplomatic mission to Moscow. How did that go?
Really well. We signed some orders into act, like the ABM Treaty, which was the first round of the SALT Acts. Then we went back to the table for the second round, which we're trying to control the nuclear power of the USSR as they are with us. But I think this will last about 5 years. But we are willing and able to work with the USSR. But regardless of how these acts and talks go, I am proud to say that I am the first American president to visit Moscow.
Mr. President, it's been rumored that you've been slightly obsessed with secrecy and paranoid about enemies. There have been some saying that you've had an enemies list and a secret team to investigate political opponents. Is any of that true?
Paranoia, secrecy. Listen, just because I'm the radical anti-war hippies are out to get me, doesn't mean I'm paranoid. I don't have a secret team, just some dedicated men who are willing to fix leaks. Every president has done it, and I am no different. Not paranoid, just prepared.
This November, you're seeking re-election, and the Democrats are likely nominating Senator McGovern to challenge you. How worried are you about facing McGovern in less than 6 months?
Worried? Not at all. McGovern is a radical left lunatic. He wants to give pardons to these draft dodgers and hippies and cut the defense budget even. Come this November, the silent majority of Americans will vote Richard Nixon back into the White House, and I've got a plan to make sure of that.
Now recently, OPEC has been threatening to boycott the United States for our support of Israel. If that were to happen, would you allow the government to intervene? Would you implement gas rationing?
OPEC won't embargo America. We have a great ally in Iran who will stay there for a long time and will not implement gas rationing. We live in a free capitalist nation, and such consumers should have the right to choose when and how they will get gas.
And while we're on the topic of new technology, have you heard about the Watergate complex in D.C.? What are your thoughts on that new facility?
Very different when it comes to a government complex. It was a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. I didn't care about it too deeply, but I feel like my party should have the same equal power, because what if they're covering stuff up? And anymore, big names have big connections with powerful people, so you can't really trust them. But I have heard some of my political rivals talking with CIA agents about certain details that I don't truly know at this time. But it makes me paranoid.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you again for joining us, Mr. President.
Of course, I would be happy to do again. I'm always open to the public and never any reasons not to trust me or anything like that.